Om Shri Sai Ram. So today is our second class. We will begin with a very important topic, that is atomic mass. So today's topic is regarding atomic mass. So last class we had studied regarding what is an atom, what is a molecule, what is a compound, all these concepts we had studied. Now we shall look into their properties. Like first one, atomic mass. What is this particular atomic mass? Atomic mass is nothing but mass of an atom, isn't it? Mass of an atom is referred to as an atomic mass. But during the earlier time, finding out the mass of one particular atom, you already know that atoms are found to be very small particles. So finding out that small particle and identifying or weighing those small substances is a tough task. And there were no such sophisticated methods or instruments discovered. So what was done was the mass of one particular atom was told in comparison to one particular element. Okay, so initially mass of an atom was told by comparing with the mass of hydrogen. Hydrogen was selected and it was told that it is the lightest element, and it was given the value as 1. Hydrogen has a mass value of 1. So in case if you have hydrogen and carbon, in case if you have hydrogen and carbon, and in case if you are comparing their atomic mass values, if hydrogen is given the value as 1 and carbon's weight is told with respect to the weight of hydrogen, how many times carbon is heavier than hydrogen? How many times carbon is heavier than hydrogen? If this is a weighing balance, this becomes equal when we put, in case if you put two hydrogen atom, in one balance you have hydrogen and another balance, weighing machine you're having carbon. So carbon, you can see it is larger in size, it will be more, it will be having more mass. So when these two will become equal, we put one more hydrogen atom, it rises. Hydrogen's balance rises, but it doesn't become equal. When these two become equal, it becomes equal when 12 hydrogen atoms are added. When 12 hydrogen atoms are added, it becomes equal to the weight of carbon. So carbon is said to be 12 times heavier when compared to hydrogen. That is how the mass of one particular substance was told. One hydrogen was given the value as 1. Other substances were told in comparison to hydrogen. How many times is it heavier when compared to hydrogen? So it was told that mass of one atom of carbon, was told to be 12 times heavier, and it was given the unit. The mass was given unit as AMU, which was nothing but AMU is nothing but atomic mass unit. It is known as atomic mass unit. Mass unit of atomic mass, that is nothing but atomic mass unit. This was earlier told unit. Now it is told as unified mass. Unified mass, and it is abbreviated, or it is the notation for this is given as U. Small letter U is a notation. So this particular way of telling the mass of one particular substance in relation to other atoms' mass was referred to as a relative atomic mass. It was known as relative atomic mass. Why so? Because it was told in relation to another substance. Relative atomic mass was the term used. So this was how initially the atomic masses values were told when there were no sophisticated instruments. So initially it was told with respect to hydrogen. comparison of all the elements atomic mass. Like for example, carbon's atomic mass was told with comparing to hydrogen. This was done initially, but later on it was found that as the carbon was found to be abundant, as most of the materials or matter or compounds consisted of carbon, what was done? Atomic mass value was told with respect to carbon. So initially it was told with respect to hydrogen, later on it was told with respect to carbon. When compared to carbon, how is the atomic mass of other elements? That was how it was told. So this way of comparing and telling, it was known as a relative atomic mass, which was done earlier. Okay. Now as the what we can say technology improved, it was found that the individual atoms mass were found using a mass spectrometer instrument or other sophisticated instruments. Okay, so that was in the later stages. Now, what is this particular atomic mass unit? Here we can see that mass of one atom of carbon is nothing but 12 AMU. So what will 1 AMU be? Because now after a particular time it was told with reference to carbon. Therefore 1 AMU can be told as, getting it on the other side, it becomes 1/12 mass of 1/12 mass of one atom of, to be more specific we can write as carbon 12 isotope. Yake? Because we are having different isotopic forms of carbon, isn't it? Carbon exists in different isotopic forms, out of which only carbon 12 is mentioned because this is the one which is found to be more abundant. As carbon 12 is found to be more abundant, we say 1 AMU is nothing but 1/12 the mass of one atom of carbon 12 isotope. How did we get this particular value? Because we got it on the other side, we got the value of 1 AMU. Why we are telling in terms of carbon? Because it was found to be present in most of the elements. Till here, is this clear? So 1 AMU is defined in this particular manner. This becomes a definition of 1 AMU. This becomes a definition of 1 AMU. What will be the value? It is found that, I told you, later on they could find the mass of individual atom. It was found that for one particular atom, for one atom of carbon, the value was found to be 1.99 in 10 to the power of minus 23 gram. So this is the mass of one atom of carbon divided by 12 is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 gram is the value. 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 gram is the value of 1 AMU. 1 AMU means this much. How did we get this value? Mass of one atom of carbon 12 isotope is this much, divided by 12 gives us the value of 1 AMU. So 1 AMU in a definition idadre, 1 AMU the value is found to be 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24. Agadre, we told over here that mass of one atom of carbon is equal to 12 AMU. Mass of one atom of carbon 12 isotope is found to be 12 AMU, or it is also represented as 12U, which is nothing but 12 into 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 gram. So that will be nothing but 1.99 into 10 to the power of minus 23. This particular value is the actual mass of one particular atom of carbon 12. Then why not use this particular value only? Why we are representing it in terms of 12 AMU? That is because for calculation and for memorizing, this particular value 10 to the power of minus 23 will be little tougher when compared to an whole number. So what is done is, for convenience purposes, what was done, we consider this particular value as AMU and express it in terms of a whole number value. So mass of one atom of, if you say nitrogen, is told to be 14 into ಒಂದು ಆಟಮಿನ ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೆ? It is actually 14 into 1.66 in 10 to the power of minus 24 gram. That is nothing but 14 AMU or 14U. Nowadays we describe it as 14U, unified mass. So this is for convenience purpose, we consider this to be a whole number value. Otherwise, this actual mass of one atom is found to be a very small value. You can imagine 14 into 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24. So that will be a very small value and also difficult to memorize. That is why, for convenience purpose, we consider this particular atomic mass unit. Next, mass of one atom of hydrogen or oxygen, 16 AMU or 16 into 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 gram. That is equal to 16 AMU or 16U. So in all the values, we have replaced this particular term of 1.66 in 10 to the power of minus 24, which in turn is represented through AMU. So this is nothing but the atomic mass value. The actual atomic mass of one atom will not be 16, but 16 into this value, whatever answer you get when you calculate, that is the mass of individual mass of one atom of oxygen. Is that clear? So we are replacing these values and we are representing it in terms of AMU. AMU value we have replaced. Is that clear? So that is how we represent the mass of an atom, atomic mass. ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ atomic mass, in case if you have to define, then it is nothing but mass of one atom, mass of one atom of an element divided by 1/12 mass of 1/12 mass of an atom of which one? Carbon 12 isotope. So if you have atomic mass of hydrogen, if you have to find out atomic mass of hydrogen, very, very important concept. If you understand this, then you will be able to understand rest of the topics very easily. So mass of atomic mass of hydrogen, in case if you are calculating, mass of one atom of hydrogen is found to be 1.6736 or some value into 10 to the power of minus 24 divided by 1/12 mass is found to be 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24, both of which are found to be in gram. Thus your value is found to be 1.008 or 1.0078, approximately 1.008 AMU or 1.008 U is the atomic mass value of hydrogen. So this is what is got through calculations, and this was what was told initially. So is this clear? Only in case if this concept is clear, you will be able to understand the further topics. So this was regarding atomic mass. Next is regarding, so in the case of the atoms which have different isotopic forms, in those case, we consider not just the atomic mass of one isotopic form, but we consider what is known as the average atomic mass. What is known as average atomic mass. One element, if it is existing in different isotopic form, then atomic mass for that particular element will be the average value of the isotopic forms. Average value is taken with respect to its abundance. Like for example, if you consider carbon, it exists in 3 different forms. Now it is found that carbon 12 has a abundance of about 98.892%. 98, one second. 98.892 is its abundance. Carbon 13 is found to be 1.108 and carbon 14 is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 10 is its percentage, is its abundance. Andre, in nature, when we look into, carbon 12 is found to be 98.892% abundant. Ashtu rich agi naturally ide. So average atomic mass is found out by multiplying the atomic mass into their abundance, 892 plus atomic mass into 1.108. We do not consider this because it is a negligible value, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 10. So it will be 0.0009 times agi matte 2 baruvantaddu. So the difference in the value will be found to be very, very less. So ee reetiyagi, so total is out of 100. Total is out of 100. Thus we end up in 11.9 or approximately 12 is the value. 12.011 anta heli bartade. So this is how we calculate the average atomic mass. How? By multiplying the atomic mass and with their percentage abundance. This is a percentage abundance. So percentage abundance into atomic mass divided by 100 will give us the average atomic mass of an element. In case if you take the next example of chlorine. Chlorine is found to be existing in 2 isotopic form, that is 35 and the one is 37. It is found that 35 abundance is found to be 0.7577 and that of isotopic form of 37 is found to be 0.2423. Thus, their atomic mass will be 35 into 0.7577 plus 37 into 0.2423 divided by ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ? Total is out of 1, isn't it? So you don't have to divide it by any number. Thus we end up in 35.48 approximately is their average atomic mass. So ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಐಸೋಟೋಪಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅದರ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ abundance. That abundance multiplied by the atomic mass divided by the percentage ಯಾವ total form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ divided by that value gives us the average atomic mass of that particular element. Is that clear? So that was regarding average atomic mass. Next concept is regarding molecular mass. ಈ ಎರಡು value ಅನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಎರಡು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅವರೇಜ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಮಾಸ್ ತಕೊಂಡು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಸೊ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್, ಇದರದ್ದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಮಾಸ್ 12.011, therefore we consider it to be 12 plus and that of hydrogen is found to be 1. ಅಂತಹ 4 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ, isn't it? We have 4 such hydrogen, thus it becomes a total of 16 is the atomic mass. 16 is the molecular mass of methane. In case if you consider NH3, that is 14 atomic mass of nitrogen plus antaha ಒಂದು hydrogen idu antaha 3 hydrogen ide, thus it becomes 17 is the molecular mass of thus the molecular mass of ammonia becomes 17. Water, in case if you consider 1 is the atomic mass, there are 2 such atoms, plus 16 is the atomic mass of 1 oxygen. So here why 2? Why is this 2? Because there are 2 such hydrogen atom. Why is this 3? Because there are 3 such hydrogen atom. Why this is 4? Because here there is 4 such hydrogen atom. So molecular mass, entire molecule idu mass ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, 4 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ 1 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಇಡೀ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದು ಮಾಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸೊ that is calculated in this particular manner. So this is nothing but molecular mass. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ you have a task to find out the molecular mass of glucose. So how do you calculate? 6 into, there are 6 carbon atom. ಒಂದು carbon atom idu, we know it is 12, plus ಒಂದು hydrogen idu, ಒಂದು ಅಂತಹ 12 hydrogen ಇದೆ, plus oxygen, 1 oxygen it is 16, and thus each oxygen atom, there are 6 oxygen atoms, thus you will have to simplify and tell me the value. So that is how we calculate the molecular mass. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ we have another term what is used which is known as the formula mass. What is this particular formula mass? Formula mass calculation is similar to that of molecular mass. Only thing is that this is specifically used for ionic compounds. Now general agi ionic compounds igu kuda covalent compounds igu kuda ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು molecular mass ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳುವಂತದ್ದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that is for these ionic compounds. So for ionic compounds when you consider, they include the term what is known as a formula mass. Calculation remains the same, 23.5 approximately idadre 35.5 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇದು 23.0. So that becomes 58.5 will be the formula mass. In case if you consider Fe2SO4 thrice, ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ionic compound, Na plus Cl minus, Fe3 plus SO4 minus 2 ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇವಲ್ವಾ, ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು, ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು. So here the ions which are involved is Fe3 plus, here it is SO4 2 minus. So ಇಂತಹ ionic compounds ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು mass represent ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we say it as a formula mass. So for ion it is found to be 55.84. ಅಂತಹ ಎರಡು ions ಇದೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ 32 ಒಂದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಂತದ್ದು 4 ಇದೆ. ಇದು SO4 whole thrice, isn't it? So whole value 32 plus 16 into 4 ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಆ value into 3. This whole value into 3, that is nothing but approximately 399.8 ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. Unified mass is the value what we get. So calculation remains the same just like that of molecular mass. But what is formula mass? You will have to know that. When do we use that particular term? Is that clear? So, next we proceed to the concept of moles. So, next important concept is the mole concept. What is this particular mole concept? Just like how 1 dozen represents how many particles? 12 items or 12 particles, isn't it? Similarly, 1 mole represents the amount of substance. It represents the amount of substance which is found to be an SI unit. Have you heard of SI unit? So in the coming classes, you will be having about the other SI unit. So it is some standard units, international systems, which represent some parameters as a standard unit. So mole is one among them. Mole describes the amount of substance. What it represents? It represents amount of substance. What is its value? Just like how 1 dozen is for 12 substances, 1 mole represents for 1 mole is the representation for 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 particles or entities. In case if you say 1 mole of books, 1 mole of books anta helidre, then what does it mean? There will be 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 books. You can imagine such a large number, isn't it? 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 books can be present in 1 mole. Similarly, 1 mole of atoms means 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 atoms. 1 mole of molecules means 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Here, as atoms or molecules are found to be small entities which are present in large number. So, to represent this large number, we use this particular term mole. We express in terms of moles. Eshtu moles of substance ide anta heli. Illandre ನಾವು 6.02 10 to the power of 23 ಅನ್ನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ times ಹೇಳುದ್ರ ಬದಲಿಗೆ we represent it in terms of moles. Is that clear? For simplification purpose, we have this 1 mole. So why do we have this 1 mole being equal to 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 itself? That is nothing but, this particular value is nothing but the number of atoms present in carbon 12 gram of carbon 12, number of atoms present in 12 gram of carbon 12 is nothing but 1 mole. So 1 mole of the quantity 1 mole represents the number of atoms present in 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. So number of atoms ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? 12 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಒಂದು ಆಟಮಿನ ಮಾಸ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. 1 atom's mass is found to be 1.99 into 10 to the power of minus 23. This is the mass of 1 atom. 12 gram ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು atoms ಇದೆ? ಇದೆರಡನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we end up in the value as 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 atoms. So it is found that the value of 1 mole, how did we get it? By selecting a standard substance, that is carbon. In 12 gram of carbon, the number of atoms present represents the value of 1 mole. So 1 mole is nothing but as many entities as present in 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. How to find out that? 12 gram divided by the mass of 1 atom. This will be mass of 1 atom will give us the value, that is 6.022 and to the power of 23 atom is nothing but 1 mole. So this is how we got the value of 1 mole. So next is mass of 1 mole. So you got to know now 1 mole of any particular substance must contain 6. Remember this value always, very important value. You will be having this value in number of problems also. So its value of 1 mole is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Next is mass of 1 mole of, if you have mass of 1 mole of carbon 12, in case if you have to find out mass of 1 mole of carbon 12 atoms. What is the mass of 1 mole of carbon 12 atom, in case if you have to find out? Namige 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms in a mass beku. Howda? What is the mass of 1 mole of carbon 12 atom? So 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 into mass of 1 atom. What is the mass of 1 atom? 1.99 into 10 to the power of minus 23 is the mass of 1 atom, will give us 12. Answer of this is found to be 11.9 approximately 12 gram is the value. So mass of 1 mole of carbon 12 atom is found to be 12 gram. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atom, in case if you have to find out. ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ find out ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Individual ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ value ಅಲ್ವಾ? We have told that it is 14 atomic mass unit. So 14 atomic mass unit into 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24. ಈ ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ? We get the mass of 1 atom of nitrogen, isn't it? 14 into 1.66 in 10 to the power of minus 24 will give us a mass of 1 atom. That multiplied by our this 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23 atoms gives us the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atoms. We get the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atom. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ mass of 1 mole of oxygen atom, 1 mole of oxygen atom, in case if you have to find out, that is nothing but, you know that 16 into 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 gives us the value of mass of 1 atom of oxygen, isn't it? This is the mass of 1 atom of oxygen, correct? I hope you remember this, what we had studied just now. So this gives us a mass of 1 atom of oxygen. Idan now multiply madlilla ashte, multiply madire sanna value bartade, complicated value, difficult to remember. For making it easier, we have eliminated this particular term and represented it in terms of whole number. Thus the whole number value is found to be 16. This value when multiplied with the atomic mass unit value, we get the mass of 1 atom of oxygen. This mass of 1 atom of oxygen when multiplied by 1 mole number of times, then we get the value as, ಇದನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ minus 24 ಇದೆ, ಇದು 23 ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ you get the value as 16 gram. No much difference. Instead you get this as 16 gram. So this is the mass of 1 mole of oxygen. This is the mass. 16U anta helidre, 16U anta helidre, it is the mass of 1 atom of oxygen. 16 gram anta helidre, it is the mass of 1 mole of oxygen. I hope you're following what I'm saying. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು 2-3 ಸಲ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆವಾಗ it will become clear. At least 2 to 3 times you write whatever has been explained. So this 16U is nothing but 16U, isn't it? 16U. This is the mass of 1 atom of oxygen, and 16 gram is nothing but, when did we get this? After multiplying 16U with this particular 1 mole number of times, we got 16 gram. So that is nothing but the mass of 1 mole number of times of oxygen atom. So this value is known as molar mass. So you have to know what is the difference between 16 gram and 16 U, or here 12 gram and 12 U. It is completely different from each other. Different. You cannot say it as or. It is different from each other. This is for one atom. This is for 1 mole of atom. This is for 1 mole of atom. And this one is for 1 atom. So 1 mole of atom, what mass we get, that is known as molar mass, or it is also known as the gram atomic mass. It is known as gram atomic mass. Is that clear? Now this particular 1 mole, its value 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 is known as Avogadro constant. It is named after the scientist Avogadro. So it is known as Avogadro constant or Avogadro value. It is also represented as Avogadro value. So in case if it is asked what is Avogadro value, it is nothing but 6.022 in 10 to the power of 23. So what is the molar mass? It is the mass of 1 mole of any particular substance. If you say 1 mole of water molecule, 1 mole of water means it is nothing but the molar mass 18 gram. 1 mole of water 18 gram. So this is how we have the representation. This 18U means it represents for mass of 1 molecule of water. 1 molecule of water. That is what is told. Here it is for 1 mole of water molecules. The weight is found to be 18 gram. 18U means mass of 1 molecule of water. Is that clear? So listen to it again and again. Get it clarified. In case if you, this can be explained in number of ways. This was one which I felt is simple and can be understood easily. There are different approaches of explaining this concept. So look into it. In case if you are having any doubt, then please ask me. Is that clear? Okay. Thank you.